Hey, welcome back to my channel. Expat Rebel Chris here. And yesterday was a big cleaning day. I'm vlogging about my Mexican home renovation here on the beach in Yucatan, Mexico. And we had two teams out here. So our maid and our caretaker. And the maid does the inside, caretaker's a couple. He does the outside. Plus our plumber electrician was here pretty much all day fixing, cleaning up, of course, but fixing the pool needed to be activated and the pump turned on and stuck on a timer. And they did that yesterday. So you can see actually some of the water movement in the pool right now. That's because the pump house, which is right there, and is in the morning to run. And they're angled to go in a counterclockwise circle. So they got that going. Plus they cleaned up a lot. So today will be our first day to be able to actually get in the pool. Now it's a little bit cool. It's November. In fact, it's Thanksgiving back in the States. And where we live here, it's actually a lot of Canadians. And so they already had their Thanksgiving about a month ago. Hey, for Canadians, they don't have a problem having two Thanksgivings. So they do it as well. And what a typical expat in Mexico at least does, and I think it's probably true around the world, is on Thanksgiving, since that's such a U.S. thing and a Canadian thing just a month earlier. But here, no one understands that concept. So our construction people were, we were saying, hey, we're going to be able to use the pool on Thanksgiving. They didn't know what that was. So if a Mexican was more international and had been overseas or had known Americans or Canadians, sorry, I'm just taking a sip while we talk. There's the ocean. This is where I usually have my coffee in the morning. But if a Mexican had been interacting a lot with foreigners, they may actually know about Thanksgiving. But the construction people didn't. They didn't even understand the concept at all. So they had to explain it. Big party, a lot of eating. Oh, so it's like Christmas, I guess so. Yeah, so that's big. Here, we were in town yesterday, and Merida, which is nearby, to do some shopping. We go in every once in a while, and we noticed it's like Christmas decorations everywhere. Even the roundabouts have Christmas decorations on it. And we're talking about Santa Claus, reindeer, polar bears, big, huge icebergs. And of course, it doesn't snow here ever. I don't think it's ever snowed. It's weird seeing that. And then you go into the mall, and it's highly decorated, very nice, just like the U.S. And there's a Santa Claus that you can have your picture taken with, which had a line. Again, this was the day before Thanksgiving. Yes, this is all happening. It is totally bizarre, and it is an air-conditioned mall. Right now, I don't really need air conditioning much. It's actually cooled off a little bit. It's really nice. And they also in this mall, besides all the decoration and the air conditioning and the U.S. brands, stores. In fact, I actually bought some things at the bottom. That's why I go to that mall, is for that and some other stores as well. And they also have an ice skating rink in the middle, which was being cleaned at the time. So it was actually a big, thick water on it. It was very reflective, pretty cool looking, actually. I took a photo of it. And it was just really surreal because you're in Mexico and you're at the mall. It is full-blown Christmas season already. Now, they don't really do Black Friday because that's more tied towards Thanksgiving. But they have something similar, Bien Fin, this is about 2 weeks long, which is already ended, I think, about a week ago. That happens. And that happens every year, and it's big sales. Everyone has big sales. We hear all about all the great sales. Things are at half price, and we were just hearing stories of someone we know that went there and got something that they normally would never been able to afford at this fancy store called Liverpool, but they signed up for a card and they got 10% off that day. The sale was another 50% off, and then there was some other 20% off. And so they got like a fake Christmas tree or something, which they've always wanted at what I would say would be the fanciest department store in Merida, which is way over 1 million people, maybe 2 million. It's a big city. and it's fancy. It's the fanciest place I've been to in town. That big as department store wise. I've been to some fancy little boutique places. There are some furniture places. You have no idea how expensive furniture can be down here. Actually, it's way more than in the U.S. So you have to shop that a little bit. So that's not going to be our Thanksgiving. As we're later in the day, once it heats up a little bit, we're going to get in the pool. All this time, 4 months of renovations, and we're going to be able to finally use our pool. We have a couple of more things that need to be done. The steam room door is probably another week out before it arrives, and so we can get it installed. And I think that's really it. And then we'll be, completely done. But the regular crew of people coming over every day, that's gone. Electrician, plumber just had to show up to do the pool. That's the pool house right there. I can barely hear it myself. I'm running right now and only runs in the morning, once a day. And so that's set up. I think there's one thing that's been ordered that's missing in there. But something, I don't even understand, something technical, but that's really it. And we're done. And we're looking forward to be able to use the place and enjoy it without having constant work done or who's here. We just have our little helpers come over once a week. You don't know, they may, because of the pool, maybe they need to come 2 or 3 times a week, but we're going to figure that out. But very briefly, and then they can go so we can have some nice, tranquil time in our home. So really looking forward to that. Thank you for coming along with my journey. I'll be showing some other stuff on the renovation as well. We have, say bye to the beach. We did bring some plants down that I had on the balcony. So I stuck some plants up on the balcony initially when we first moved in because I could see the next door neighbor's pool. And the Airbnb it out every once in a while, and it was very distracting. I didn't like it. So we had a bunch of plants here, but we built the wall up, as you can see. So from the living room, I can't see their pool, which is great. So we moved the plants down here. This is our start of our landscaping. This is actually a coconut that bed up. This one we've had a while. This was a coconut. We found it on the beach. A little sprout out. Look how well it's doing now. But so we brought these plants down to start putting some greenery in around the pool. We're going to do that around the palm tree island as well. And over there is also, I like the pots look. Then have the palm trees and pots a bit. So we'll probably do more of that. This area we can stick in some soil and have a nice bedded area. But we're going to do that also over here in front of the casita. There's a little area where we can do it. Oh, and I've showed this before, but this is my wife's artwork that she embedded into the wall. Really liking that right next to the bar here. But again, the casita has a little planting area, which is perfect for actually sticking in a lot of sand and soil and doing something more lush here instead of just pots. But we'll see, because there's some tiles here, and I'm a little concerned there's actually something supposed to be underneath this that may have to be regularly done too. So I'll have to take some questions to our caretaker about that to figure out if that's true or not, or we'll just stick pots there. We'll see. And then it's really nice over here by the street side to have, this is a really dry, we don't have a car, so we don't have anything here, but there's no more construction stuff. This little pile here and there, and that's really it. It's done. That's our wood from our front beach fence that we're keeping for who knows what reason. We don't know yet. And this is our planting workbench area in front of our solar panel, underneath our solar panels. And this is where we'll do a potting and art cleanup once I get back into that. And we actually got some plants recently at the Merida English Library. They have some for 20 pesos, which is about $1. And we're able to, I think these actually were from there. We're going to, probably whenever we go there, we're going to get some of those. And cheapest place I know, actually, to get those in town. It's cheaper than Home Depot or a Viverio, actually. So that's it for here in Yucatan, Mexico. Thank you for joining along in my vlog and my home renovation here. It's been really fun to do, and I'll be vlogging in the future when we ever have any future changes. Even though it's really been fulfilling for it to be coming to an end. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you're interested in a newsletter, I have a weekly newsletter that goes out every week. You can get that at expatrebel.com/newsletter, and it has a lot of information for expats and people wanting to be expats, and way more information that is then not in these videos. All right, see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, and ciao.